What's up, guys? Duane Richins, door-to-door realtor. I've got one of the most cool people on the planet. You already know how cool he is because he's got the flag in the background. All you Canadians, he still loves Canada as well. We've got a lot of connections up in Canada. But bottom line is, Red Suit Realtor. He's not in his red suit today. He's got the coolest red hoodie on that is just as bad a. But bottom line is, he's going to teach you some stuff. So pay attention. Get ready to learn from the biggest fix and flipper in the nation. In fact, Red Suit, I want you to start off by talking about your tour. You just did the biggest real estate bus tour in the world. Talk to us a little bit about that, how that went.
Yeah, the world's largest real estate bus tour. So, hey, thanks for having me on the channel. I appreciate you. I know that you're out hustling. You're a door knocker. You teach agents how to figure out a different way to run and grow and think outside the box. But more than anything, hustle, right? I mean, real estate's all about just knocking the door and hustling. And so we align through that through a lot of our contacts, people like Sam Taggart, who spoke at the world's largest real estate bus tour, door-to-door con. He literally got up there and was doing trainings, modules, a lot of like what you guys do with the question-based selling. It was fantastic. So yeah, what we do is we get hundreds of people from all over the country. We had a lot of people, we had Saad from New York, we had people from Florida, we had people from Canada. They all came to Salt Lake City on April Fools. And we had some speakers that the average person that spoke, I kind of did the numbers. They had close to 100,000 followers. And we had 18 of those speakers. And I said, you got 10 minutes, deliver your message, because that's all I'm taking. And we rocked the house. People loved it. And then we loaded up on buses after. We went through some distressed properties, fix and flips. It was a really, really cool experience. And people loved it. And, I help people fix and flip their first home. So my goal is I'm going to help 1,000 people fix and flip their first home. And a lot of those people are realtors because they don't know how to invest. So it's like, if they're not out there, I'm going to fill that void and teach investors how to invest.
Isn't that cool, guys? Something different. So as you go out and grind hard, you can jump on with Red Suit. And not only will he teach you how to fix and flip, but he's going to do one for you so you can make some money with the hard money you're making. So, Scott, what are some tips you would talk to agents all across the board, from new to experienced? What are some things you'd tell them about flipping that is essential for them to know?
Yeah, it's not that hard. If you know what you're doing. And so my first flip was an accidental flip about 15 years ago. See, I started buying multifamily. I bought a duplex and then I bought other rentals. And about 15 years ago, I saw a cabin by the lake and I was like, oh, this would be a great recreational property. My first flip was a cabin on the lake and I just found a really good deal. And I was like, let's go up there. Let's go fishing. I'll bring the family up there. And I knew my wife wouldn't use that cabin unless I renovated the floors and painted and made it look nice. She wouldn't go up there. So I did that. I hired some guys from Home Depot originally. Hey, who can put some flooring in? And then from that point, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. I could like look out at the lake, do some work, manage the contractors. And a couple months later, a realtor in the area, and I didn't have my real estate license at the time, they're like, you can sell that for about 200,000. I was like, wait, what? I only paid 95 for it and I put like 15 into it. So I was into it 110 and I was like, maybe I should sell it. So because my wife didn't even want to go up there. So we sold it for $180,000. And I made like 50 grand on my first flip, and it was an accidental flip. All I did was find a good deal, do a little modification, rehab. And so it's crazy how the world works. And I was like, that wasn't that hard. And then immediately after, I found a piece of land. I flipped that piece of land. And that was how I got started in the industry. It was an accidental fix and flip that I thought was so hard, and it's not that hard. And so part of my mission is to teach realtors it's not hard to fix and flip homes. You're finding your clients deals to move into. Why not find them investment properties?
So tell us some of the problems. There's a ton of fix and flippers out there. How do you stand out? How do you get the deals? And how do you make sure that you're making a lot of money on these deals?
Yeah, so I show them the entire process. So I actually teach those fix and flippers how to do it. I've taken that collaboration over competition. And so even at the world's largest real estate bus tour, I had 3 or 4 people that have flipped over 1,000 homes speaking on my stage. So if you can't beat them, join them, collaborate with them, right? And so I've taken that approach. I've hosted meetups, these other events. And so we'll do flipping boot camps together. And so that's the biggest thing right there, guys. There's so many houses that are out there that you don't have to overcomplicate this. They're not your competition. Figure out how to get in the room and work alongside them, because in Utah alone, there's 500,000 properties. All I got to do is go out and learn how to fix and flip 4 to 8 of those a year. And I can make, 200, 300, 400,000 a year. And so I have that model where I do fix and flips myself, but I'm also teaching other realtors how to fix and flip their first home. So I helped a single mom last year. She fixed and flipped her first home. She made like 65,000 on her first deal. And then guess what? She got her real estate license, and then she joined our team. And she's a stager, a designer. And so, and I got paid a commission off of it. So the name of the game is just finding deals. If you can find the deals, getting the money's the easy part. And then once you have the money, it's hiring the contractors. And so when you're starting out, you're better off to learn how to do it yourself. Hire somebody like Duane, because you're a big time investor, like myself, to teach you the ropes. And then once you've done that a few times, then you can go off and start teaching other people how to do the same thing.
So Scott, you said the money is the easiest part. And guys, he's fireworks. Did you guys see that? Scott is blowing fireworks everywhere with what he's doing. But you said money's easy. And tell them why, because you have a huge fund. Tell them about that.
Yeah, so think about it. Think about a car perspective. If you can go out there and buy your favorite car, maybe it's a Ferrari, maybe it's a Lamborghini. Let's say there's a Lamborghini, a ruby red Lamborghini, a cherry red Lamborghini. And let's say that thing is worth $250,000, but you can and somebody says to you, I'm in a desperate situation. I'm going to lose this Lamborghini. I'll sell it to you for $150,000, right? Now let's say I don't have 150K, but I have a friend that has $170,000, right? Now I go to them and say, cool, I'll do the deal. You go to your friend and you say, hey, I got this 250K car. I can get it to you for $170,000 if you can come up with the money immediately. Right now, you just make the spread. So you got it for 150. You make that difference of $20,000. Now your friend gets $80,000 in equity. You make $20,000 for finding the deal along the way. So if you can find assets, it's easy to get the money, because you're like, dude, do you want free money? That money's sitting in the bank making 1-2%. Why not use that money and get 60, 70, 80,000 in instant equity? So if you can find the deal, getting the money is the easy part.
Red Suit, how do they find you? I mean, you've got a YouTube channel, you've got Instagram. Tell us how people can find the Red Suit.
Yeah, just easy, simple. At Red Suit Realtor. My Instagram at Red Suit Realtor, at my YouTube channel. I literally walk people through the entire process, kind of HGTV style with the Red Suit twist, where I've got like 10 episodes, the entire TV. It's almost like a TV episode of how we found the deal, how we renovated it, fixed it up, and flipped it. You can literally watch it. There's a guy named Keaton the Muscle who's got millions of followers, and he reached out to me and he's like, hey, I want to fix and flip it at home. And I said, cool, let's do it. We put that entire episode on my YouTube channel at Red Suit Realtor. You can go watch it, see the entire process from A to Z. It's really cool. So that's just the easiest way, just at Red Suit Realtor on Instagram and on YouTube.
Dude, go find this guy. Red Suit is the man. So what's really cool about having Red Suit, he is part of my team. We are both at Real together. We work on the same team. And you guys have met Paige Steckling as well as Tessa, who do social media. But if you want access to all the knowledge that's in that brain of Red Suit, you get it. Just by coming and working with us at Real, he can help you become a fix and flip genius. I was going to say magician, but bottom line is he's got a ton of credibility, done a lot of flips. How many flips would you say you've done so far, Scott?
Between my flips and helping other people, it's in the hundreds, so it's not you don't have to flip a ton of homes. You see, one of the things that I've realized, I've got a friend that's doing 22 flips right now. I'm like, I don't know how he does it. Like, that's a lot. He's going to be joining our community as well. But my point is it's all about being efficient. I would rather do less flips, but you make more money and do a better job on the deals that you're proud of, than doing masses. Now, other people are like, if I do 22, 16 of them I make money on, 6 I lose money. I mean, it's just the name of the game, right? So the more you do, the more efficient you get at it. But here's the one cool thing, and I don't really talk a ton about this because I don't think people are ready, but I'm going to bring it to you on this YouTube right now.
Love
It's
it.
called the 4x4 program, and I talk about it in my book, Suited for Real Estate Success, on Amazon. 4x4. You learn how to invest into 4 properties a year. That's easy to do, right? That's 1 a quarter. You fix and flip them by showing everyone, hey, I'm fixing and flipping my first home. Well, guess who you're going to attract? You're going to attract other investors. You're going to attract other clients as a realtor. They're going to say, you're flipping a home. You're not that smart. How are you doing it? I want to do it. Now, all of a sudden, they're like, well, if you're doing it, I want to do it. Well, guess what? Now you got clients. So if you can do 4 flips a year and help 4 investors do the exact same thing, right? How many transactions is that, Duane? Do the math. For you as a realtor, how many representation is that for you?
16, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
4x4?
16 transactions as a realtor. And I represent other realtors on their deals. Yeah, I'll bring you the deal, but I get the listing on the backside. Well, actually, it's not 16. Think about it.
I knew you were going to trick me. I knew you were going to trick me. Are you going 16 times 12?
No. Think about it, because that's if you just take the listings on the backside. If you represent them on the front side and you get stale listings, let's say half of those are already on the MLS, that's another 8 transactions right there, potentially 24 transactions. You represent the buyer on the front side, and then you take 16 listings down by working with 4 solid investors. That's 24 transactions a year, guys. Now,
Wow.
People won't work with you unless you're an investor yourself, unless you understand the game. You're an investor yourself, so people are going to gravitate towards you, Duane, because you do it yourself, right? So think about it. You go do a couple of these a year, you do 4 a year, and you attract 4 investors that do the exact same thing that you're doing, right? That potentially could be 16 to 24 transactions a year. Do the math on that. A 3% return on a $500K deal, that's $15K a pop. Get your calculator out. What's 24? What's 16 times $15,000?
Got 240K, Scott.
That's close to 250K a year. And that doesn't even include the money that you make on your own 4 fix and flips. So if you want to make 250K as a realtor, you need to do 2 things. Connect with the man himself, Duane, because he'll teach you how to knock doors and find off-market deals, right? And number 2, become an investor yourself, and then learn it, do it, and then teach it to other people. And that's the stuff we teach inside our community with our weekly calls that we have. We have investor calls that we do for free inside our community. Now, when you pay attention. So, the people that I've seen that do the most deals, they're the ones that have some skin in the game. Keep that in mind. I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in training education every single year myself. Now I can actually charge people $1,000, for our boot camps, $10,000 for our event with Chuck Liddell, because I do it myself. So if you don't do it yourself, you're not qualified to teach other people to do the same. So learn it, do it, and then teach it. But be kind of nice to make an extra $240 a year working with 4 investors. And the best part about it, I've helped, in the past couple of years, I've helped my investors make over $1 million on their fix and flips. How cool, how awesome is that? That's the name of the game when it comes to real estate, helping other people win. Zig Ziglar said it best: you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. Stop chasing the world and the masses and figure out your niche, be really, really good at a couple things. And you're better to target 1,000 people and be the expert than to target everyone and be the amateur. You learn those things, and that's what Duane teaches as we've done these events in California and Ohio and Louisville and all over the place, right? Kentucky. You learn those simple concepts like what Duane teaches. You guys are absolutely going to crush it. So what you do, your clients will do the same. So if you go the little cheapest way to do stuff, so will your clients. If you go premium and you go VIP, so will your clients. That's this little simple concept that I've learned, and I've had to pay the price. There's 2 ways to do it. You pay for your mistakes or you pay for your education. I would hope that you get around the trainers, the experts, and they can help you do it faster so that you don't have to make those same boneheaded mistakes that I've had to make the past 20 years as an investor.
Dude, I completely agree. I've got 68 doors. And because I have so much, real estate people trust me. And so guys, get with Scott. I love this that he said, be an expert. Guys, I am not the expert in fix and flips. I don't want you to call me about fix and flips. I want you to call Scott. So Scott, give him your phone number right now so they can call you. Also, find him on Instagram, DM him, get on YouTube, subscribe to his channel and follow him. But he is your fix and flipper. And don't call me for that. Call Scott, network with him, buy your first place with him, have him teach you the model, and you guys will go really, really far if that's going to be your niche. But Scott, give us your contact information.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. It's all about systems and processes. Send me a DM on Instagram so I can get to know who you are first. At Red Suit Realtor on Instagram, just send me a DM there because I want to look you. I want to see who you are, what you're doing. I want to get to know you. That way, when we have a conversation, we have a meaningful conversation. So don't call me, send me a DM, and then in there, send me your number. That way we can get to know each other a little bit. We can kind of date before we get engaged, right? And then from that process, we'll exchange phone numbers. We'll have a conversation. I'm happy to help you out. I'll tell you the little simple things like what Duane teaches, just copy what works. He's going out of his way, not because he doesn't need this. That's the best part about Duane. He doesn't need your subscription or whatever he's offering. He's doing it because he loves it. He loves it. There's a big difference, out of necessity versus out of wanting to help, because it's what makes Duane love what he does. You can see it in his eyes and is passionate. And it's been cool to go through, traveling and teaching all these agents and being at basketball games in random places like Rupp Arena 3 weeks ago. So connect with Duane and just copy what works. And then someday you should learn the process of what Duane's doing for a few years. Then eventually you're doing your own thing, right? But you still have that coaching mentorship to get better and better. And that's what I've learned through this process. So just send me a DM on at redsuitrealtor.com and then that's the website too, redsuitrealtor.com. But just go to IG at Red Suit Realtor and then send me a DM. Let's connect there. And then let's hop on the phone call and let's connect.
Dude, awesome. Thank you, Scott. I have to tell one quick story. So Scott and I hit up Arizona. We flew early in the morning, got to Chicago, did an event. We finished at 10 o'clock at night to fly out to Cincinnati, Ohio. Our flight was canceled. Red Suit goes and just blitzes over, gets a minivan while we ordered pizza. He shows up, eats pizza, and drives through the night to get us to the next event where we could speak in Cincinnati. Hanging out with this dude, getting to know this dude. You guys are going to love him. He's the most genuine human on the planet. So make sure you reach out to him today. But thank you, Scott. Appreciate you being on the show today.
Appreciate you.